Hello and welcome. This week we will journey together to the cross. This week is known as the Holy Week, the most significant week in the Christian Church's calendar. Today is Palm Sunday, the day in which we remember Jesus riding into Jerusalem 5 days prior to his death. It seems absurd that Jesus would do this, coming into the very city where he was going to die. Yet Jesus knew what he was doing. It was such a different parade. Luke 19 verse 28 tells us that Jesus went on towards Jerusalem. Jerusalem was always Jesus' destination. Just before his entry, Luke wrote in chapter 9 verse 51, "As the time drew near for him to ascend to heaven, Jesus resolutely set out for Jerusalem." Why? Matthew 16 verse 21 says, "From then on Jesus began to tell his disciples plainly that it was necessary for him to go to Jerusalem and that he would suffer many terrible things at the hands of the elders, the leading priests and the teachers of religious law. He would be killed, but on the 3rd day he would be raised from the dead." But why? Why Jerusalem? Jesus gives us a clue in Luke 13 verse 33 when he says, "Yes, today, tomorrow and the next day I must proceed on my way, for it wouldn't do for a prophet of God to be killed except in Jerusalem." It was in Jerusalem that many of the prophets died. It was also in Jerusalem that all trials of prophets took place before the Sanhedrin. Jesus knew this, and so he planned for his parade to end in the city of Jerusalem. To prepare for the parade, Jesus asked for a young donkey. There was a very large crowd there, some of whom spread their cloaks on the road while others were waving palm branches, hence the name Palm Sunday. Others were there just chanting away. I mean, what a parade, full of joy and happiness, singing, palm branches, and full of hope and expectation. Yet in typical Jesus style, it was a very different parade. It was a parade for us. He deliberately planned for this special parade. His plan was to enforce the Jewish leaders to act, which they did. They went away and plotted how they were going to kill him. This week, remember that all of Jesus' actions during this Holy Week were planned. Jesus planned this coming Holy Week with us in mind. He came to the very city where he knew that he would be denied and judged and crucified for you and me. Jerusalem was always his destination. May God grant to you a deeper understanding of why he came. May God bless you this week.